Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chattaraj, could you please switch on your video and check if your mic is working?
Hello, everybody. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
There is an echo.
Yeah, the echo is because you have another device in your same room, sir.
Now it is okay.
You are audible. Could you please switch on your camera once?
There is echo.
স্যার ওই আরেকটা ডিভাইসকে এখান থেকে সরাতে হবে স্যার, নাহলে কিন্তু ইকো হতে থাকবে। It will be difficult in that case.
হ্যাঁ বলো। Hello. Anirban?
Sir, your voice is audible, but we cannot see you, sir.
It's okay now, so far as voice is concerned?
Yeah, your voice is perfect at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're audible, visible also.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, so we are good to start, I hope, with your permission and with the permission of the executive committee. A few of them have joined today. We would like to start. In fact, our past president, Mr. Naushid Ramji, has also joined. But we'll start straight off today without any further ado. And we are really thankful. Sir, could you please switch on your camera? I'm a little apprehensive on these issues. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling really scared even at times. It feels like
No.
Right. Okay, so we are really thankful to Mr. Chattaraj for taking time out, and it's really interesting. Mr. Chattaraj is the GM HR of India Power Corporation Limited. We'll not take much of your time. We'll request Mr. Chattaraj to explain and let us know more about the issue that is on hand today. And he'll be, in fact, sharing with us some slides, and also will be speaking on the green HR topic, and that is green human resource management. Even I am really interested, and I am looking forward to listening to the session. So may I request you to kindly take over from here, and whenever you say, I'll switch on the slides, and then I'll keep moving as per
Yes.
your
Yes. Sure.
options.
Yes, sure, you can. At the outset, good evening to and good morning to from wherever part of the world you are here. So myself, Partha Chattaraj, I am a people management practitioner. Presently, I am working with India Power Corporation Limited as a head HR and GM HR. At the outset, I'd like to thank Calcutta Management Association to give me an opportunity to interact with this august audience about the very relevant topic of the present time, that is green HR or green human resource management in the context of review of sustainable organizational development. So in this deliberation, we have you can start the presentation also, right? In this deliberation, you can see that we will discuss about the two aspect. One is a green HRM, that is green human resource management, and second thing is sustainable organizational development. These are the two things I would like to address to you all. That is, next slide, please. Let before going to the main subject, that is green HRM or sustainable organizational development, first we have to discuss, or we have to understand where we are right now standing, that is in which society we are living. Because if we are 50 plus or 60 plus people, age group of people, so we can see that the way our childhood we have experienced, and present day, it is quite different. So if we segregate the human journey, that the society journey, we can see that we are in the society 5, because society 1 is the hunting society when we were in a very primitive stage. I don't know how civilized we have been when I am saying that there's a primitive stage. Then we lead to agricultural society, to industrial society, and information society, to now we came into the society of society 5. So society 1 is the hunting society, 2 was for the agricultural society, 3 at the time of industrial revolution in England, Germany, and all other places, that is the industrial society. It is after a long journey, we have seen the 70s, the information society, and now you are experiencing that the society which is called as society 5, where we are seeing that artificial intelligence, IoT, and all these things. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Is it visible, sir?
No, next slide. Next slide. That is slide is over. Next slide. Okay. Now we discuss previous slide, please. Previous slide. Now we discuss something about society 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will discuss something in a nutshell before going to the main content. That is, before this is not the back. Go back or in. Not HR, in HR. Previously, there is a slide that is talking. Yes. So we have, and again, back, please back. Yes. So next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, please stop here. Pause. So we have discussed about the society 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have seen that there are so many changes in our industry and industrial practices and everything, because first industrial revolution, which took place in the year 1760, it is called as the industry, industry 1 or industry 1, and it was mainly processed for the water and steam, and it was huge beneficiary in terms of manufacturing in large number, and various goods and other better standard of living we have seen during this phase of industrial revolution. industrialization, fuel source like steam, and we have seen that the coal-based machine became more feasible, and idea of manufacturing with machine has become very popular because it was the time when we believe and we have started learn that this is the 3M, that is man, machine, material. These are three things, journey of three things, 3Ms has been started from this place. Now came industry 2. Industry 2 is, it is between the 1760 to 1840, where we have seen that technological some sort of innovation we have seen during this piece of time, that is industry 2. And now industry 3, we came with the internet, a computer era, 1970s, and we have seen third revolution of industrial revolution, information technology, manufacturing and automated, advanced internet access connectivity, and the concept of renewable energy came into force. Concept of renewable energy came in the only the period of industry 3. Now come industry 4, that is the fourth revolution period, the era of smart machine, storage system, production facilities, and all these things which we are experiencing. And industry 4 started to move forward industry 5, which we can see that the IT enable smart facilities, and it is set focus for the human hands and mind in the industrial framework. So with this, we can start with, you can say it was a starter, because unless we can understand about the, what is it, society 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and industry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will be helpful for everybody and for me to able to, able to share my thoughts about this green HR and sustainable organization development. As I told you, during my industry 4 or industry 3, that is we learned that there are 3 M's, that is man, machine, material. Subsequently, we learned that not man, machine, material, there is another M come, that is method, right? Then after some time we learn no, non-man, machine, material, and method, there comes another M, that is measurement. And lastly, now we are talking about 6M, that is Mother Earth. So industry 1 to industry 5, society 1 to society 5, from man-machine ratio to whatever journey we have done, ultimately we come to the Mother Earth. And you can see that in our balance sheet also and any financial also, not always we are talking about or the people. Now we are talking about profit and we are talking about the planet. So main discourse of this discussion will be profit, people, and you can say that is the planet, that is the Mother Earth. So with this backdrop, I would like to discuss something about what is a green HR, what is green HRM is stood for. Or next slide, please. What is green HR? It is known as eco-friendly HR or sustainable HR, whatever name we can give. And this concept of HR, it is, as I told you, that is method. We talk about measurement and all this thing, CSR and all this thing. It is encompasses with the green HR management. HR management is to implement the sustainable and environmentally responsible practice into the people management practices. I repeat, it is a sustainable and environmentally responsible practices into the people management practices. This can include that initiatives such as reducing of the carbon footprint of the workforce, carbon footprint of the workforce, promoting telecommuting and flexible work arrangement to reduce the transportation emission. All these activities under the under the purview or ambit of people management system. And basically now we are talking about ESG, environmental, social and governance. If you see, I know you all know, familiar with the term ESG. We, the HR professional, work with the society. S. Why society? S for society and people and the society. Both are integrated part of ESG, methodology. It is the ESG framework. So became increasingly popular and important in the business as consumer as well as the investor are increasingly very concerned about the impact of their investment and purchase decision on the basis of environment and society. And companies that prioritize their ESG and green nature practices, they are more sustainable and likely to attract more investor, customer, and retain their employee for the commitment to the social, sustainable, and environment. This is so many, word and so many thoughts in a in 1 to 5 minutes, narration. So objective is ESG or green HR. Why ESG and green HR as interchanging? Because ESG, environmental, societal, and governance. In one word, say for example, environment. What is environment? That is, we know the flora and fauna, our surroundings and everything. And in short word, we all know that is the climate change. We not about the temperature 1.5 and everything. How it is impacting the HR professional people like us. Because say for example, say if the outer temperature is unbearable, people cannot work, healthy as a human. So the productivity of a very rough example, that the construction people, you cannot we cannot obtain the desirable, desirable result. For example, the last World Cup, that is the Qatar World Cup, was scheduled to held in the month of June last year. There are month of June. There are so many COVID and all this thing. But due to the heat and everything, it was not held in that time. It was held subsequently in the time of winter. So the environment is impacting us, and it is also impacting the businesses, and people, customer, and everybody is focusing on that particular company who are mainly focusing on this. And if it is people, then the role of HR is very fundamental, because they are the custodian of the people safe, healthy, and satisfied to attain the desired goal of the organization. If they are not healthy, they are not safe, they are not satisfied, they cannot produce more. If they cannot produce more, ultimately the sustainability or viability of the company will be at stake. And this green HR concept that's referred to integration of environmental sustainability principle into the HR management practices. Once again, this practice is environmentally sustainable practices into the HR management practices. And different author in different way try to define the term green HRM different way, but for I like to share my favorite definition for all contexts, that is Green HR management practices is the use of the HRM policies to promote the sustainable use of the resources within the organization and more generally promote the causes of environmental sustainability. This is the uh, one of the popular definition of uh, Green HRM, which is by Maratha and Adhikari. They have defined it is, if we go with this definition, we can see that it is two things, that is different definition, but HRM policy which promote the sustainable use of resources, who HRM practices, and with this promote the cause of environmental sustainability. This is the main thing, and this is a definition of GRM. Now, in these practices, we will discuss the coming slide. It's Scrum, that is the recruitment, how we can be green, how you hire, how we training, compensation, and everything in the term of human capital. That is the policies, practices, and the, you can say, systems, which we will discuss it in the coming slide. Next slide, please. Now, as the beginning, I told that today's discussion, there is a two component. One is Green HRM and another is sustainable organizational development. During this 10 to 15 minutes, I am trying to share about what is Green HRM and now why we are practicing all this, because of sustainable organizational development. It is a practice of creating and growing organization in the way it ensures long-term viability. Don't go with that definition and all. In my own conviction, this is how we are. It's a saying of Mahatma Gandhi, that is, we are borrowing our future from our grandchildren. It is not it is our grandchildren's. It is our duty to return back the same thing which we have borrowed from our grandchildren. That is the, that the Shukanto Bhattacharya's great line, এই পৃথিবীকে নবজাতকের কাছে বাসযোগ্য করে যাব আমি. That is, this world will be habitable for the newborn babies. This is the main objective for a sustainable society or a sustainable organization development. Next slide, please. Now, what are the key aspects of sustainable organizational development? That is environment responsibility, not mindless use of the resources, that is from coal, that is from any other materials, our forests, our river, our oceans. We are responsibly have to, we have some responsibility to all this aspect. Then the social responsibility, whether we are giving the people that decent life, decent working condition, decent wages, all this thing, and what we are thinking about the social responsibility in terms of diversity, inclusion, equity. For diversity, and diversity is not a big issue. Inclusion is a big issue. If you ask me what is the difference or what is the similarity between diversity and inclusion, I'm giving a practical example, which was I learned from the great Naxal leader, Mr. Azizul. Taught me about what is sustainability and what is diversity and what is inclusion. Diversity is, suppose a person married a boy or girl, whatever may be, of the different faith. That is the interfaith marriage. we can say it is diversity. What is inclusion? Inclusion is if that girl or if that boy of the different, faith can practice his belief or her belief, her food habit intact, unaltered. If it is happened, then it is diversity comes with the inclusion part. And at the same time, for the sharing of their property and everything, whether he or she is entitled for that or not, that is equity. So for the HR professional, we all talk about that is the diversity, inclusion, and everything. So before that, diversity and inclusion, it is also a social responsibility part. There is ethical governance, because that is the when we are in society 5 or we are in society industry 5, there are so many ethical issues, so many governance issues as there. We have to take care of it. Stakeholder engagement, long-term perspective. It is not for me. We have borrowed it from my grandchildren. Innovation and adaptability, and collaboration and partnership. Because there is nobody is independent. We are interdependent, based on collaboration and based on partnership. By integrating this principle into the operation, sustainable organizations strive to create a positive and enduring legacy while delivering economic value of that particular organization in general, in particular, in general to the society. They recognize the long-term success goes hand in hand with environmental stewardship, social responsibility, and ethical practices. If, suppose, for example, we this deforest long forest area, our present will be very bright, our present will be very good, excellent. But what is stored for our future? What is stored for the next generation to come? They also need food, they also need shelter, they also need everything which we are right now requiring and hankering for. So this is the key aspect of the social sustainable organizational development, that is environmental responsibility to collaboration or partnership through ethics, through social responsibility and other. Next slide, please. Now, again, we discuss about that is by deliberation we can say the flexi rating, sometimes GRM, sometimes social sustainability. Yes, coming slide it will be, and ultimately we going to this page. See, this is the general process flowchart of Green HRM, and here we can see that there are things that is Green HRM is all about green health, safety and management, green leadership management, maintenance, employee relation, all these things we can see in this process. We can see also that the identification of the next slide, please. Our identification of the organizational environmental impact and the organizational context. What is organizational context? We know that. What is organizational context? We all know that is the pastel concept, that is all about political, it is all about environmental, it is all about legal, it is all about and statutory and ethical, everything. So everything should be organizational context, recruitment, selection, training and development, performance management, all are general flow chart for the Green HRM. I think most of the people who are attending this session, my perception is, are from people management background. So these are the things we are doing since the morning, that is recruitment, performance, supply chain management, communicating, and all this thing. And again, we are focusing on Kaizen, that is continuous improvement. All this thing we have seen in this Green HRM general process flowchart. Next slide, please. Now, in the previous slide, we have seen that it is a we are talking about, we have talking about, that is supply chain management, workplace design and management, and continuous improvement, that is the PDCA circle, that is the planning, implementing, monitoring, improvement of environmental relationship of a, of an organization. So there is some correlation, I will not say correlation. GRM, Green HRM is always integrating not only the environmental or social practices, but also the various standards under ISO 9000 series particularly, that is the set the context of the organization. It is the role of HR, not only to recruit or retain the people. That is, dimension has been changed. They are the custodian of the companies, not only people, but they are the custodian, or they are the, you can say, the spokesperson of the organization. And your organization, it speak about the environment, about the green skill and all these things, then it is a people management practitioner, Green HRM, and it should be integrated with the ISO, various ISO standard, not only 9000. There are so many other standards we will discuss the coming slides. Next slide, please. Now, it is the ISO is particular standard, that is what we have discussed, that is man, machine, material, method. ISO was one of the method. And quality management system, this is talking about the measurement. As I told you, set the policies, processes, and procedure that product and services meet the customer requirement, and that the high quality of quality management system focuses on the continuous improvement, because Kaizen is not the mainly the Kaizen is you can say pivoted by the HR professional only. So because continuous improvement, customer satisfaction, and elimination of the waste and inefficiencies, that is the increase of capabilities, is the saying of quality management system. The same break, Green HRM also saying the same thing. Next slide, please. Now, again, we jump to the Green HRM, that is green recruitment, how recruitment can be green. We will discuss, see the coming slide. Green performance management, green training and development, and green initiative. I will request you to see that the green initiative, because this green initiative will lead or guide us for better green recruitment, better green performance, better learning and development, or training and development with this green initiative. Next slide, please. First, green initiative, that is, we all know that is paperless office, conservation of energy, recycling and waste disposal, and green skill. So far as paperless office, we all know what is paperless offices. Unless we require anything, don't go for print. Store it in your device in electronic form, because we are in industry 4 or industry 5, not industry 1 or industry 2, or even first phase of industry 3. So paperless office, it should be a conservation of energy and recycling and waste disposal. There is a saying, if anything cannot be, any material cannot be recyclable, that product should not be produced. This is the latest concept of the ESG concept or SDG 17 concept. That is, everything which is being produced, we are producing in the factory or anywhere, it should be recycled. And waste disposal. What is waste disposal? There are the concept that there is no, wastewater. Every water is drinkable. So for to do that, we have to do many other things. And to do many other things, if the people involvement is there, it the main custodian of the people or these resources is the HR people, we people. So these are the green initiative in broader form, and conservation of energy. It is very important because in many ways we can conserve the energy, not for the because I am working in a utility organization. We have a power plant, we have distribution, we have transmission. We know that is what energy is, and we all know that the what are the percentage of energy bill contribute in the company's balance sheet. It is huge. So if we help the organization or the green HR professional not only reduce the company's exchequer, but at the same time we can return back something to our mother earth, because the way we all know that the what is the temperature is, very recently we from my professional with my professional wing for North Bengal. It is was a very excellent weather and all this thing the in the evening and onwards, but in the noon time it was very uncomfortable, because what, they don't have any air conditioned machine, even they don't have any fan, because they said before 2 to 3 years this they felt that there should be a fan, there should be a air condition. So 3 to 4 years, these people, it is a 400 or 500 height of a mountain top. They 2 to 3 years back, they cannot think to install AC, even ceiling fan or table fan. Now they are thinking. So the way the way environment is changing, climate is changing, the way we are experiencing heat wave, long heat wave. So, and everybody is, this is a vicious circle. Everybody is using AC because people's income and every perception has been changed. So more AC, more pollution, more AC, more power consumption. If you should not hit the root, then this will be continued. Next slide, please. Now we will discuss some organization who are doing on this, doing on this, that is what they are doing so far as implementing the green HR concept. That is, it starts with Tata Steel. In the Tata Steel, we have seen that so many good initiative, initiative has been taken by the their HR team, or you can say their management and all. And main thing is Tata, they not only promote their individual awareness on environment and all, they have they are using renewable energy, waste management, they are monitoring, and supply chain, sustainable supply chain management, they are adopting. And regarding HR, the company has recently introduced a program for employees engagement and training program, and such as Green Book initiative that aims to educate the employees as a sustainable practice. So Green Book initiative, Tata Steel has been started. Then we have seen in the Tata Motors also that they have implemented several green HR practices, that is employees, encouraging employees for carpooling, implemented energy efficient lighting, and providing electric vehicle charging station into their offices. These are the things Tata Motors is implementing in their offices. Wipro have various initiative, and company also launched a Eco Eye program to raise the awareness of the employees about the environment sustainability. Same ways, we have seen that the Godrej, Infosys, Mahindra and Mahindra, they are taken lots of initiative for promoting the environmental sustainability, again renewable energy and all these things. Say for example, in our organization, you can see that our office is a sector 5 is a place. There are so many car parking and all this thing. So what we are doing, that is that the water filter, water purifier, they they filter the water, but at the same time there are so many wastage of water. To store it, and that water is being used for the purpose of cleaning of our cars, or for the time of gardening. This water we are using. So these are the practices we have seen that the organization or the corporate are doing all this thing. So this is the various corporate are using various type of initiative in this respect. Next slide, please. Next slide. So green practices recycling, the conserving energy, using renewable energy resources, using eco-friendly product, as we discussed in the earlier slide, that how we can use the eco-friendly products. And in some organization, they, for their corporate gift and all, they are using eco-friendly product, that is the to reduce the carbon footprint and all. Very recently, I came across with a vendor. They produce all the all the product which is green, and all their paper product are bio-friendly in that way that if you plant that waste paper into a top with all this thing, they will be, it is a seeds inside the paper and all. So there is a plantation, it is recycled as a plantation and small tree for the decoration and all. So these are the green practices, that is the minimize the environmental harm and promoting the sustainability. And individual, government, business and other organization can come practice with these practices with the concept of recycle. What is recycle? Say for example, your car is, say for example, is recycle means not that it is a second hand or third hand, pre-owned or everything. Recycle means, say for example, that is something we are using which is basically different from their usual shape or original shape or design. With this, say for example, very raw and rough example, if you have a say for you have a pair of jeans, so if the lower part of the jeans is torn out, then you can use it as a Bermuda if you tailor it accordingly. So this is the concept of recycling. Don't throw away, because resources are limited. Our need, our expectation, our need are unlimited. So this is the thing. Green HR practice already is a mindset which HR can take care of. Next slide, please. This Anirban, time is 7:50, right? 7:30, right? Closing.
Yes, sir. 7:30.
Okay. So and I think last 10 to 5 minutes should be question answer session. Anyway, I try to close it very soon. That is the benefits of Green HRM. That is obviously it is a cost saving initiative, improve our corporate images, and employee will be motivated to work with a company who are concerned about the society, concerned about the environment and all this thing. And it is compliance with regulations and all. As I told you, see, for example, ISO and quality management system, we have seen that ISO 9000, yes, it is talking about mainly on quality and all this thing. If it is CAM 45001, then it is talking about the employee's health. It is talking about, you know, it is talking about hazardous activities. It is talking about occupational diseases and all these things. So if we implement all this thing in our organization, so risks can be minimized. If it is 14,000 series, then it will be talking about the environment, what is with the effluent level, what is with the wastage level, everything. And very recently, that is not so much popular in India, that is 45,003, which is talking about the psychological safety. We are talking about the physical safety, that is previously it was 14,001, and now it is the next, which is introduced, came into the light in the 2022. It is talking about the psychological safety, because you know the all aspect, the stress and everything. Your employee should be physically and mentally fit to come to your organization. So these are the activities help us to it is that it is improve health and safety of your organization, and it's a long-term sustainability. Long sustainability means our organization, the organization I am working with is 100 years old organization, and we are planning for another 100+ years old organization. So this is called sustainability. When I read it somewhere that when Mr. Cyrus Mistry joined as a chief of Tata Group, he was requested by the board that we are 100 years old organization, make a plan for next 100+ years of organization. This is sustainability. These are the things as a people management practitioner we have to follow, we have to implement, we have to conceive, and we have to share our vision, thought with our leadership team, and most importantly, there are people who are in governance part. That is ESG, environment, and to be honest, environment and societal aspect is in our hand, but not totally the governance part in our hand. If there is a board, there is many other regulatory things. They are governing all this thing. Next slide, please. For this reason, it is my conviction that we audit for various aspects. That is for audit for our HR audit is there, our TAT is there, our internal audit team is there, our safety audit is there. There are so many audits. A quality audit is there, but there must be a environmental audit, that is the recycling with the interface with the society and its people. And as a people management champion, we should follow this. And the small company can also reduce their electricity cost by using energy efficient and less costly technologies. If they implement, say for example, ISO 50001, it is all talk about the reduction and not reduction, you can say meaningful, purposeful, impactful use of. Nobody is saying that don't eat. Nobody is saying that don't drink water. Nobody is saying use all these things. They are saying it should be meaningful. It should be impactful. It should not be unnecessary, because our resources are limited. Next slide, please. Many important thing is challenges of HRM. That is, like any other change management or transformation management, there is a resistance for change. You may encounter with because we are talking about the sustainability, we're talking about the future aspect. Your leadership team may say, yes, I am agreed with you, but let leave today. If my present is not, perfect, if my present is profitability, present is everything is not sustainable, it's not okay, it's not viable, then we cannot talk about responsibility of sustainability. This is the one of the main challenges. And after working 2 or 3 years in ESG or Green HRM, I can confidently say that is there is very limited expertise. Very limited expertise. People know, you can say there will be so many jargons, so many things, but effective expert is not very available in the market. And again, it is a very high cost effective, because if I say don't, for example, if I say do energy efficient, system. Say for example, if we are in power distribution business, then if we use SCADA, remote controlling sensor system, is a very huge cost involved with this. But yes, ROI is very excellent, but initial investment is very high. So which is also one of the aspect. And there is an absence of matrix. We know HR people that the matrix. So these are the main challenges of the Green HRM. But with this, we have to carefully plan for investment in training, investment in education, and commitment to the sustainability from all level of the organization. All levels means from the lowest level of your hierarchy to the leadership team. Next slide, please. One thing I like to share with you that the SEBI in the year 2021 or 22, in the month of May, have given a circular that the 100 top market capitalized organization have to prepare their draft their um, balance sheet or accounting system through ESG framework, so that there are so many things that is uh, modality studies. It is mainly we have to do, we have the framework, because minimum wages is not a legal issue, or ensuring safer place of organization is not a legal issue. It is a sustainability issue, social accountability issue. And you can say that corporate social responsibility is, it is what? It is what a certain percentage under 135, the section 35 of the Companies Act, you have to do all this thing. That is a profitability and all this thing. But the question is that the social responsibility is not related with, there are so many things I have invest in or donate in the Prime Minister Relief Fund or military fund, all this thing. But we have to do something beyond that, so that our organization can the key driver of sustainable development of the organization. Because with us, world should not be stopped. With us, world should not be destroyed. There more generation to come, more society, version of the society to come. So for example, with this, I will conclude my narration, and I will take some few questions. Question: of a hospital management system or a system, main thing is ethics. So all are the parameter, or you can say ambience of the HR management system. management system, that is Green HR management system. With this, thank you very much. This is my deliberation. I will request you all, if you have any question, I will try my level best to answer all this thing. And one disclaimer: this presentation, all the thought is my own. My previous present organization or any of my previous employer is not related to this. We have 5 minutes with hand. We can take few questions. I will try my level best to answer this. Please.
Thank you, sir. May I request if anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand on this chat box, or you can write it down. We have just 4 more minutes to go. So any questions from anyone? In fact, we are joined here with Mr. Indranil Banerjee, who is also the Joint Treasurer of Calcutta Management Association and also belongs to WBSCDCL. Yeah, sir, if you could.
Good evening, Mr. Chattaraj. It was a nice, very value-adding session altogether. I like very, very deep in the Green HRM part. And more so since you are from my same industry, so I can relate the thing much more, though you described that the things are not related to the organizations you are representing anyway.
Yes.
Just one small issue I would like to know. Is there any move to get the organization SDG compliant? Is there any such move in the organizations that you are belong to, or anybody, any other organization you are known to, SDG compliant?
I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now? Anyway, I think there's no problem with muting or anything like that. But anyway,
No. You are audible, sir. Can you come once again?
Please. Now it is clear. Please repeat it.
Okay.
Please repeat it.
It was nice session altogether, and I can relate much more because I am from the same industry that you are belong to currently at first. I just want to know if there is if you are known to the organizations, any Indian organizations which are SDG compliant. So there are so many matrices of the 17 SDG goals. So if we want to do something like in that line, that directions, what would be the baseline data or baseline processes? Any idea you have? Any such?
Yes. I can help you, because at the last slide or before the last slide, I said there is a very limited experts, right, in this field, and this initiative is very, cost is involved is there.
Absolutely.
So there are big fours are there. They are working on this. Apart from big fours, there are any other organization is also there. They are working with this. So their name I should not, say in this forum. So
okay, I'll connect you offline sometime. Okay.
Yes.
Look forward to meet somewhere
There are
and discuss.
organization. I will say two things, Mr. Banerjee. One thing, there is a very limited source, as because there is a supply and demand issue. So this is a costly, but at the same time, with this limited resource and cost, people are working with this. Yes, I will help you offline. You be please touch with me.
So nice of you. Again, I thank you on behalf of the total executive committee of Calcutta Management Association, and look forward to closely interact and work for the betterment of the society. Thank you, sir. Thank you, anyone, for giving me the opportunity to speak with Mr. Chattaraj. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.